Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. As I've told you before, I'm going to do solo videos celebrating, Juan Manuel Marquez, Sugar Shane Mosley, and Bernard Hopkins getting into the Hall of Fame. I'm going to talk about basically a lot of different things, fondest memory, bad points in some of these guys' careers, but mostly the good. Now, we'll start with Sugar Shane Mosley. Sugar Shane Mosley had a record of 49 wins, 10 losses. I think he had over 40 knockouts. He had quite a few knockouts. And one draw, I think, or one no contest. Sugar Shane Mosley, I mean, he was a little scrappy fighter, man. Had great power. Big puncher, great combination puncher. I think one of his weaknesses was he wasn't very defensively savvy. I mean, he wasn't the worst defensive fighter, but he wasn't the best. And, I think some of his biggest moments was, he beat Oscar De La Hoya twice. Some people believe that, he lost the second fight with Oscar De La Hoya. The first fight was a classic. Sugar Shane Mosley fell behind early in the fight. It looked like he was on his way to just getting outboxed by Oscar, but he made some adjustments. He landed some big shots down the stretch, and he was able to win that fight, split decision. I thought Sugar Shane Mosley won that fight. Now, some of the setbacks that happened with Sugar Shane Mosley, he lost to Winky Wright twice. He lost to Vernon Forrest. He was badly hurt by Vernon Forrest in that first fight. Vernon Forrest did everything but knock Sugar Shane Mosley out. I mean, I'm saying he clearly rocked Sugar Shane Mosley. And a lot of people thought that Sugar Shane Mosley was going to win that fight, but Vernon Forrest, in 2 fights, he just had Sugar Shane Mosley's number, and the same thing with Winky Wright. He went on to lose fights to Canelo, but he was past his prime. He was outpointed by Manny Pacquiao. He got beat by Manny Pacquiao. This is when Manny Pacquiao moved up to welterweight, and then all of a sudden, this is when Manny Pacquiao started throwing just astronomical amounts of punches per fight, and we all suspect what that was. We all suspect what that was due to. Then, also, not to mention, he had a great moment in the second round against Floyd Mayweather where he nailed Floyd Mayweather like twice in that fight. Almost dropped Floyd Mayweather. Hurt Floyd very badly. But Floyd managed to maintain, and Floyd just started picking Sugar Shane Mosley apart basically after the third round. A lot of people believe that Floyd had stepped on the gas. He could stop Sugar Shane Mosley, but Floyd just decided to coast to a unanimous decision victory. I wanted Floyd to stop Sugar Shane Mosley, but Floyd, showed some mercy. He just decided to just, cruise to a victory against Sugar Shane Mosley. But Sugar Shane Mosley had, like I said, a lot of great moments. One of my favorite fights against, one of my favorite Sugar Shane Mosley fights, I watched this fight periodically from time to time, was the fight against Antonio Margarito at the Staples Center. That we all know that Margarito went on to basically get caught, with illegal hand wraps or having basically having something in his gloves. And Sugar Shane Mosley, I mean, man, that fight. Now, keep in mind, Richardson, his trainer, was the one that caught Margarito with that plaster of Peril in his gloves. Now, I've seen Richardson, if I'm not mistaken, and it was almost like they gave Sugar Shane Mosley like the green light, basically, to just stomp the hell out of him. And when I say he beat the shit out of Margarito, I'm talking about he beat the living shit out of Margarito. Beat the hell out of him. And a lot of people thought that Sugar Shane Mosley was going to get stopped in that fight. I was one of them. I thought that Sugar Shane Mosley was going to get beat down. I thought he was going to get beat down. And Sugar Shane Mosley beat the hell out of Margarito. And for that fight, I was just cheering up and down because there was a lot of BS that went on behind the scenes. A lot of BS that went on at the actual fight. So for me, that fight was personal. And I respected Sugar Shane Mosley to the fullest for that fight. That was just one of my favorite Sugar Shane Mosley fights because he came up big in that fight. When I say that fight was personal, it was personal. And he lowered the boom on Margarito in that fight. So you have to give him credit for that. But that was, that was one of my favorite Sugar Shane Mosley fights. Then, not to mention, he beat Fernando Vargas twice. Flat out knocked him out in the second fight. And then I think they called a halt to the fight. I forgot what happened. But I know he ended up winning the first fight against Vargas as well. And then he knocked him out like in a rematch. So that's my favorite Sugar Shane Mosley moments. So once again, congratulations to Sugar Shane Mosley for making the International Boxing Hall of Fame on the first battle. It's your boy Town Biz. I'm out.